Love in a Chimley by William Barron. I've a bit of a tale I'll tell you, if you'll no but be quiet for a while. Or a young chap that lived up in Malc, and I'll bet it'll mak' you all smile. They called him Flash Tom for a nickname, for he always were dressed up to mark, and he courted an old farmer's daughter that lived just below Woodford Park. Now, to name of this lass that he went with, were Mary, at least so I'm told, who cheeks her shame to British Rosie, and her hair were like ringlets o' gowd. And to church where he went to at Sunday, her sweet voice no one failed to admire, for Mary were t' principal singer at that time in Malc church choir. However they gied to gate courting, his mourner happened to know, but he thought the world about her, that's certain, and he were thought t' same on and all. They'd meet just at corner of Binsham, and Tom's waited there mony a hour to have a nice ramble with Mary, up Rivage or through to Toad Oil Bar. But somehow Tom grew to be jealous, and this is just the way it begun. He'd seen her give one or two glances at young Harry, t' gamekeeper's son. When they'd been going out on their rambles, they'd met him in road once or twice, and Mary had smiled as he passed 'em, and Tom thought it didn't look nice. So Tom began fretting and sulking, and he acted like nowt but a fool, and Mary were lost to no treason, for who thought nowt to Harry, not who. So who asked him at finish what ailed him, it made him so peevish and queer, and he managed to smile and say, "Nowt, lass," and with that all were right again with her. He went up again Sunday after, but he stopped when he getten to the door, for he heard somebody strange in the kitchen. It were young Harry's voice, he felt sure. "By gum, I've dropped on 'em," he muttered, "for I ne'er said I'd come up tonight, and give out for some place to hide in, just to hearken and be out at sea." He was staring about like a dummy, when his aim fell on th' chimley top, and he seemed to be struck all at sudden, for he said, "Theer, I've just funt right shot. If I could but get down into chimley, they'd never suspect I were there, and be lowering myself at first story, every word that they say I could hear." Quick as thought, he get out of a ladder, and reared it against side at th' house, when he geet on to roof and in chimley, and he dropped down as quiet as a mouse. He get up to waist, then he stuck there, and he wriggled and gave such a shout, for he funny were jammed like a herring. He could neither get in nor get out. At t' noise Mary rushed out to kitchen, for who couldn't tell what were to do, and her brother come out and all wi' her. It were him who'd been talking too. They thought there were burglars on building, and they'd run out half frightened to death. But they looked up and seed Tom into Chimley, welly choking and gasping for breath. His shouts brought out some at neighbours, and a great crowd get round him at last, and a lot on 'em pooed hard to loose him, but no use, he were jammed in too fast. So at last they'd to fotch two bricklayers, that lived just at near end at town, and poor Tom had to promise to pay 'em before they put th' chimley down. To finish me tale, when they loosed him, Tom were really a comical sight, and I might say his courtship with Mary were brought to a finish that night. They played him that much up in Malc, till at finish they drove him away, but you'll hear t' tale of love in a chimley if you'll mention it there ony day.